Hello, everyone. Welcome to another insightful session on economics. In today's session, we will examine how managers make strategic advertising decisions that drive both profitability and market influence. By the end of this discussion, you will be able to use marginal analysis to identify the optimal level of advertising. Second, uh, interpret industry wide advertising patterns and their strategic implications. Third, assess false advertising and understand the legal boundaries surrounding it. Fourth, explain resale price maintenance and its role in market behavior. Fifth, evaluate international marketing strategies along with their associated legal risks. Sixth and the last, and most importantly, apply these frameworks to real managerial decision making. Advertising is far more than a creative exercise at its core, it's an economic choice. Managers must determine three things. Number one, how much to invest. Number two, where to allocate that investment. Number three, whether the spending truly drives profit. This session examines how firms of all sizes use advertising deliberately and strategically to enhance profitability. Advertising encompasses any promotional activity undertaken by a firm. From an economic standpoint, advertising produces three major effects. Number one, it shifts the demand curve. That's the more consumers become willing to pay. Number two, it shifts marginal revenue, altering the firm's revenue structure. Number three, it functions as a fixed cost, meaning it does not change marginal cost. However, advertising delivers the greatest impact for firms with market power, those who are able to influence the price of their product. Let's begin with a baseline scenario with no advertising. Suppose there is a firm that maximizes profit at the point where marginal revenue equals marginal cost, that is MR equal to MC. At this equilibrium, the firm selects its optimal price. It produces the profit maximizing quantity and earns profit determined by the MR MC intersection. When no advertising expenses are involved, what happens? When no advertising expenses are involved, gross profit and net profit are both identical. Now, let's bring advertising into the picture. Introducing advertising causes two major shifts. Number one, the demand curve moves from D0 to D1. Number two, the marginal revenue curve moves from MR0 to MR1. As a result, price rises, quantity sold increases, profit expands. But there is the essential insight here. The profit gain from advertising is not unlimited. This sets the stage for understanding the marginal benefit of advertising. The marginal benefit of advertising refers to the extra profit earned from adding one or more unit of advertising. However, this benefit declines as advertising increases because early ads attract many new customers. Subsequent ads generate smaller gains, and this pattern is known as diminishing marginal returns. Now we return to marginal analysis. A firm should keep increasing its advertising until marginal benefit of advertising is equal to marginal cost of advertising. The core insight is too little advertising means missed opportunities, and too much advertising means wasted resources. The goal is to find the level of advertising where cost and benefit are perfectly balanced. Once optimal advertising is chosen, demand increases further. The firm recalculates MR is equal to MC, produces a higher output, and charges a higher price. So, advertising impacts both marketing strategy as well as production decisions. Firms typically have several advertising channels to choose from: TV, internet, and social media. With limited budgets, the objective is simple: equalize the marginal benefit per dollar spent across all channels. Doing so ensures number one, efficient allocation of advertising funds, number two, the highest possible return on each advertising dollar. Now, let's move from individual firms to the industry level. Industry wide advertising includes two things. Number one, benefits all firms in the market. Number two, raises overall demand for the product category. Common examples include uh, the the Got Milk campaign. You might have seen Got Milk, the campaign. Promotional efforts for beef or dairy. This type of advertising functions as a public good because it is non excludable and it is non rival. Here is the core challenge. Some firms gain the benefits of industry advertising without contributing to its cost. This is the free rider problem, which leads to underinvestment in advertising, conflicts over how costs should be shared. Managers must therefore design mechanisms that allocate costs fairly and reduce free riding. Free advertising occurs when firms misrepresent their products. Its impact varies depending on the type of good. Number one, inspection goods. Consumers can evaluate quality before buying. For example, paper. That refers to false advertising has little effect. Number two, experience goods. Here, quality is revealed only after use. In this case, there is some potential for consumers to be misled. Number three, credence goods. Even after consumption, quality is difficult to verify in this case, and this involves highest vulnerability to false advertising. False advertising is governed primarily by two laws. First law is the Federal Trade Commission FTC Act. Second is the Lanham Act. Lanham is Lanham. Violations can result in fines, civil lawsuits, court ordered injunctions. Managers must carefully weigh short term gains from misleading claims against the long term legal and reputational risks they create. This occurs when manufacturers set a minimum price at which retailers may resell their products. The goals are to prevent destructive price wars, encourage retailers to offer better service and support. Today, the Supreme Court evaluates these cases using the rule of reason, meaning each situation is assessed individually based on its actual market effects. When expanding into global markets, firms can choose from several entry modes: independent entry, partnerships, joint ventures, acquisitions, franchising. Each option differs in terms of cost, risk, level of control. Managers must carefully assess these trade offs to select the most appropriate strategy. Two major laws govern international anti bribery standards. Number one, Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, abbreviated as FCPA. It prohibits bribing foreign officials. Even offering a bribe is illegal. Number two is UK Bribery Act. Even this is even more stringent. It applies to both public and private sector bribery. So, what are the key takeaways from this? Ethical and legal violations can severely damage a firm's global operations and reputation. Managers should do some things like I'm going to tell you right now. Use smaller groups to limit free riding. Allocate advertising resources efficiently. Set prices that reflect the cost of providing service. Evaluate international entry strategies with care, because ultimately advertising is both an economic calculation and a strategic decision. So, to summarize what we have discussed so far, advertising affects demand, revenue, and profit. Optimal decisions rely on marginal analysis. Risks exist in legal, ethical, and strategic dimensions. Managers must balance cost, benefit, and compliance. I encourage you to think about a real company and evaluate how they use advertising. Are they optimizing their spending or overspending? Thank you for watching. All the best.